If you were to ask yourself, what percentage of my current clients have been by word of mouth? Would it be 50%, 75, maybe even 100? I bet you it's closer to 100% than you would like. As a freelancer, most, if not all of your projects at the very beginning are by word of mouth, but it really doesn't change as time passes. You do want to break away from it because, well, you don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. But with a solid system in place, you can leverage your referrals and know that they will be the best kind of clients. Welcome to Live in the Feast. I'm Jason Resnick, and for the past decade, I've been helping businesses translate their goals into online success as a freelance web developer. In order for me to accomplish my why as a freelancer, I needed to live in the feast. Now I'm turning the tables around so you, as the freelancer, can do the same and build a sustainable business to achieve success so that you can ultimately live the kind of life you want. This episode is sponsored by Feast. Feast is an online course and coaching platform built for freelancers like you who are looking to take their freelance business to the next level. Want to get higher quality clients? Command higher prices, build recurring revenue so that you can stay out of the famine for good? Feast will help you focus and remain accountable through coaching calls, community, an exclusive mastermind group, and tons of resources. Join the VIP list now by going to res.com/feast and get first crack at some exclusive bonuses when the next enrollment opens. In the last episode, Lauren hopped on and shared with us one tactic that she uses not only to just add value to a prospect and position herself as an expert, but also how she educates those leads, nurtures them through a webinar and into a free audit by way of an application, only to then pitch to those clients that she wants to work with. She's killing it. She said to me that she's closing anywhere between 65 and 80% of those pitches as well. Now remember, these are pitches that she's choosing to make. After all of the education and the application process that she goes through, that she puts her leads through, she knows that who she pitches to is her ideal client. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a luxury I certainly wish I had. In talking with her though, it got me thinking a little bit about my own business and about your business as well. We are who we are and have to sell, right? But oftentimes that's something that we aren't comfortable in doing. It's not natural to sell for those of us who are introverts. But knowing that our work sells itself, referrals are easy to sit back on. So I started to reflect on my own referral system and what I've done for years, and I thought I would share with you 3 things I've done to build a proven referral system that continuously brings me educated leads into my business. Doubling down on what works is the most effective and efficient way for you to be able to live in the feast. So many times when you start going down a road less traveled by you, that's when profits and time go right out the window. So why do that? Why not take what's been working and double down on it and think of ways in which to leverage it to be able to have a more predictable way to get clients? When starting out in your business, things like BNI or Chamber of Commerce meetings here in the US are the quote-unquote thing to do. It's almost like some sort of rite of passage that an owner of a small business needs to go through. However, very quickly, you realize that dressing up and attending these meetings at night is all about the business cards. It's almost like whoever can dispense all the cards that they brought with them wins. Everyone there is a pusher. They basically tell anyone and everyone who will listen who they are, what they do, and how to reach out to them to begin working together. without even really knowing if the person that is listening to them is one that they can help. This is an old way of doing business. It's just something that doesn't work well in the way that your business is. Sure, you can hope that you can make a connection or two, maybe even get a client out of it, but hoping is not a plan. So what do, right? Instead of these meetings, how can you get business? Oh, that's right, ads. Facebook promises you that one of your posts will reach 100,000 more people than it could in a normal way, right? So you decide to drop $100 into an ad that leads to your ebook or a video or some other lead magnet that you have. Then what? Now you've spent $100 for that ad. You still aren't getting any better off than where you were before. Still, no new clients. Definitely not well-educated ones anyway. It's because you don't have that proven system. A proven system that you know will work because you've already done it. This is your referrals. You've already received a few, maybe even converted a few of them into clients. So why aren't you doubling down on that? Well, no more. I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can leverage referrals and build a proper and proven system for you to bring in the best kind of clients. The first tactic I want to share with you is just send an email. It's a simple email to your prospects, leads, past clients even, offering them a free or low-cost service once or twice a year. That's it. Think around the holidays, maybe even if your prospects or clients are seasonal in some way. You want to send this email pitching them a low-cost service about 4 to 6 weeks prior to when they actually need it. Now, I'm all about not discounting anything you offer. However, what this does here is ping those that know they need your services, but maybe have forgotten about you. Most folks won't take you up on it either. In fact, I've been doing this for years, and I think maybe I've had 5 people take me up on the offer. The reason is, if they haven't bought from you yet, chances are that they aren't going to buy from you now either. So, what the heck are you talking about, Rez? What's the point of all of this? You're probably asking yourself. The point is, those that are ready to buy, they don't want the free thing. They want the real thing. In fact, I normally offer a $197 site audit for online stores during the holiday. Just this past year, I had a prospect, instead of taking me up on my low cost offer, reach out to me to hire me for my monthly recurring services. So with this one email, which took all of about 5 minutes to write, I was able to turn a $197 offer into a monthly recurring client of $16,000 for the next year. Now, this may not be leveraging your referrals per se, but these are folks in your list already. They may not have converted before, but they know who you are and what you're about, especially if you are sending regular emails about what it is that you solve for folks. The second tactic is something that I mentioned as your action item in episode 2, how to know if your leads will pay you. And that is to hold quarterly temperature calls with your client. In episode 2, I said to do it only once, but now that you have done it once, make this call a regular thing. These are short 10 or 15 minute, not task-oriented calls that you have with your clients. Schedule these things in every 3 months with your clients. You want to keep these calls free-flowing and not technical at all, meaning you don't want to talk about your current project. They should be conversational in nature. Allow your client to be able to express things openly and freely. To do that, you need to lead them down that path by first asking them, how's business? Are there any struggles right now that are really stopping you from moving forward? People in general are not going to naturally answer questions that puts them in some sort of awkward or defensive position. But business owners do love talking about their business. And this first question will get that ball rolling downhill for the next questions that will help you in turn get great clients. Which leads me to that next question. And that is, ask them what made them choose you. Or if you have a recurring service, change that up to be what makes them stay with you. There are so many options to choose from out there. Knowing what it is about you and your business that customers hang their hat on is absolutely gold marketing material. You can always assume what it is, but why not just ask them? They will give you what to highlight in your marketing material to leads and prospects. If you are personable, in the same time zone, or if you just provide them with a clear solution to their problem in the way that they understand and love, that's what you turn around in your marketing materials. You don't even have to add any new services or anything into your business. You are doing it already, and your clients are telling you exactly why it is that they choose you over someone else. The final question to ask is there anything I can be doing better? This is where you find out from them what it is that they can expect from you. If what they expect isn't what you do or can do, then here's the opportunity to clear that air and not allow that frustration to fester. However, on the flip side, if it's something that you can do, then maybe try to figure out a way to work it in. The final, and in my opinion, most impactful way is warm outreach. Not to leads and folks on your email list, but to your colleagues, past clients, and even current clients. The reason is because they know you already. You don't have to educate them on who you are, what you do, and the solution that you have to their problems. You don't have to build up that trust factor. However, you don't want to be that person and always asking from your friends, right? So when you do reach out, make it short and make it easy for them to refer you work. If you can, even incentivize them. And I'm not saying that you have to make it known that there's a finder's fee, but say you do land a client from one of their referrals. Next time you see them, pay for dinner or buy them a few drinks just to say thanks. This is also a great avenue to try new services out in your business. They will give you honest feedback, and maybe it's also something that they can use for their business as well. So in order to do this, create a list of folks that you know and think will be a great source for a referral and write down their email address. Then write a short email. In fact, if you head over to res.com/episode004, you can get the exact email that I use. You can use the same email over and over again to each one of those contacts. When you start sending this out, be smart about it though. Don't send it to everyone on the list at once. Send it to only 2 or 3. Then in the following month, send it to the next 2 or 3 in that list. Remember, you don't want to be that friend who's always asking. If you can space it out so that you only hit each person once or at max twice a year, then you're good. Once you do this a few times, it's easy enough to really automate it with something like Zapier or IFTTT. In fact, if you want to see this in action, drop me a line and I'll show you. And I'm not kidding. Then you don't even have to remember to send it off. It just happens in the background. So, as your action steps from this show, I want you to take 2 of these 3, bonus points for doing all 3, but implement them into your business. In fact, head over to res.com/episode004 and I have a couple of downloads for you. One is the script to use for the quarterly temperature calls. And the other download is the warm outreach email swap file. So there's really no excuse now not to put these into action. I've given you the hard pieces of the puzzle. If you take a little bit of time in the next week and put these processes in place, you will be well on your way to having a proven referral system that's working for you. Most freelancers don't do this because it does require some thought and execution. But I know that you aren't like most freelancers. You want to be able to step up your business. By having that proven system set up working for you, all you have to do then is just follow up with the referrals. Trust me, once you do set these up and someone replies to one of your warm outreach emails, you'll say to yourself, oh, that's right, I forgot I had set those up. Having this system in place that already leverages what is working for you is the way that you can boost your referrals even more and get much higher quality clients. The kind of clients that you want. So in the next episode, we'll get a little bit more into where to find new work in old projects. And until then, it's your time to live in the feast.